Since January of this year, we have been working at turning this used to be screened-in porch into a home office. The first step was to clear everything out of this room, remove the flooring, and then we started demo day, removing some of this wall by the door. And on that first demo day, we just removed the inside bottom portion of this large wall that had all of the screens. But then we ended up just taking down this entire wall. The contractor recommended it because a lot of the wood was rotten, so we pulled off all the old screens and demoed this entire wall that wraps around the back porch. Then we had the contractors come in and build a whole new wall, and we also had them pour a concrete slab to raise that floor in this room and bring it up level with the house. We're so glad that we decided to do that because now this room just flows with the rest of the house and it doesn't feel like an addition. The next step was to install new windows, and we went with these large picture windows from Window Depot. And then it was time to get started on drywall. Jalen drywalled the ceilings and the walls. We added insulation, and then Jalen demoed out both of these doors and completely drywalled over the smaller door, and then just closed up a bit of that larger door so that the opening would be centered in the middle of the dining room wall. Then it was time to get started on all the drywall taping and mudding, texture, and paint. This was such a long process, and once everything was painted, we finished up the ceiling with slatted wood. Then we got started on the flooring, and we ended up just doing the same flooring that we have in the rest of the house just to help the room flow even more. And we also just love this flooring. It's such an affordable price and it's so durable. Jalen installed trim around the floor of this room, and then we built a large faux beam for the middle of the ceiling. In the middle of this room there was a small load-bearing beam, and so we decided to just wrap that with a stained faux beam, and we love how this turned out. It's a great accent in the middle of the room. Next, we are adding a shelving unit on this entire back wall. I added some decor to the shelves, and that is where we are currently at in this makeover. We have shared each of these renovation steps in 6 different detailed episodes so far in this little mini series, so I will link that playlist below if you want to see more details. Now, today's video is finally going to be the 7th and final episode in this home office makeover. We completely finished up this office the last 2 weeks, adding DIY barn doors, furniture, and more. So I hope that you enjoy it, and stay tuned until the end of this video to see the completed space and to see the crazy before and afters. Okay, so it's time to finally add furniture to this office. Under the large windows, we are adding these 2 swivel accent chairs from Cheetah. And a big thank you to Cheetah for sponsoring today's video. I want to quickly share with you a few details about their Deloney 6-piece modular sectional. This sectional can be grouped into different sizes depending on your space, so you can set it up as a 2-piece sofa, 3, 4, or 6-piece. It was really easy to put together, and we're going to set it up in the 4 different ways here so you can see how easy it is to add the different sections. These cushions are also reversible, and they have machine washable covers. They are easy to clean, great for a family, and will fit with a lot of different styles. The storage ottomans are great to be able to store your games, blankets, and most importantly, this sectional is really comfortable. The material's really soft, and here you can see it finally put together as a 6-piece sectional. So like I said, these 2 swivel chairs are what we ended up adding to the office. They are perfect for this space, exactly what we were looking for. And these are the Henry swivel accent chairs from Cheetah. They are made of a faux leather and have a wood base. The 360 swivel is perfect for under these windows. We can have meetings facing the desk, or we can just swivel around and look at the view out these windows. It's a great place to have morning coffee. They have just become our favorite chairs in the house. They're so comfortable, and you just can't beat the view out these 5 windows. getting my desk put together, and stay tuned because here in a couple of minutes we'll be building double sliding barn doors for the doorway, and they turned out so awesome. It was exactly what that empty wall in the dining room needed. The dining room is right beside this office, so the doorway goes from that room into the office and the sliding doors will be on that wall in the dining room. And while I was putting this desk together, it was actually starting to thunder outside and rain a little bit. We had our first monsoon storms of the season, and hopefully we get a lot more soon because it is really hot and dry here right now. So this is definitely a dream office desk that was sent over by Office. This is the Sway standing desk. It has this beautiful slab of walnut wood for the top. They've got a couple different wood tops to pick from, like a cherry wood and a natural wood. I got a couple of their little wood samples, that way I could hold the samples up to the wood on these shelves, and the floor, the wood beam on the ceiling, and the walnut definitely blended the best with all the wood tones going on in the room. So I hooked up all the electronics under the desk, and then Jalen got home just in time to help me stand up the desk and finish the installation. This desk has the little touch control on the side there, so you can adjust the height. You can also have like preset heights, which has been wonderful. I've been working in this desk for a week now, and I just love the desk. When I've been sitting for hours, I can raise up the desk and stand for a little while, or I can lower it way down so that I can see outside over the top of my computer, or adjust the height when I'm talking into the mic. I spend hours at my desk editing, making thumbnails, answering emails, all of the things, and usually each video takes 8+ hours to edit. So what a blessing this desk and the new comfy chair has been. I would be very sore after sitting in that old chair for hours. So sitting in this new chair right now from Office just feels amazing. It's so comfortable. It molds to my back with good lumbar support, and it has a lot of different adjustments as well. And also quickly, I forgot to show you what we did with all the wires under the desk. It did come with a net that attached under the desk to hold all the wires, and then we were able to just have one extension cord running down the back leg of the desk and over to the plug-in. And a quick tip so that you don't have to run the cord across the top of your rug, just cut a little hole in your rug for the cord to go through, and we made sure that that hole was kind of tucked under that far desk leg, that way you couldn't really see it. Okay, so it's the next morning and Jalen is getting ready to build the double sliding barn doors that are going to go on either side of the doorway here in the dining room. So we knew that we wanted to do black stained doors, and originally we thought we would just buy some. I was looking for doors on places like Wayfair and Lowe's, and we found barn doors that we really loved on Wayfair. They were like black stained and had slatted wood on the front. I'll put a picture here on the screen, but they were over $800 a piece, and I was not going to pay that much for a small sliding barn door. And the design looked pretty simple, so Jalen thought that he could probably build this himself, and he did such an awesome job on these. They turned out amazing. So he's starting off with 1x6 boards that are 8 foot long, and he cut those to size. We wanted our doors to be about 2 foot wide a piece. So that was 4 of these boards, and then he used a 1x6 board to put at the top and the bottom of the door. He used wood screws to attach that to the other boards just to help to secure it. And then for the 2 side pieces, he just did about the width of a 1x4 board. Once all of that was attached, he worked on the second door, building it the exact same way, and then he sanded these down. I wood puttied the cracks, and I will be going ahead and staining these before we add the wood slats. That's why you're not seeing him add the wood slats yet. We had just decided that would be a little bit easier. Okay, so we are taking a break from work to go swimming with the boys in the pool. Levi was really wanting to go swimming with the other boys, and so we took him and jumped in the pool for a little while. We set this pool up for the boys about 2 months ago now, and it's probably been the best thing that we've ever added to the house for the kids. The boys literally live in this pool. They're in here multiple times a day, especially since it's been like 100 degrees every single day, and they've gotten so brave, so good at swimming. It's been really durable too. It's 18 feet long, 10 feet wide, and then 3.5 feet deep, which is a good size for the boys, but then also it's just deep enough that we can get in there and swim with them as well. Okay, so we are getting back to work on these barn doors, and I'm going to start staining. The stain that I'm using is Wood Finish Solid Color Stain from Minwax. I really love this stuff. It goes on kind of like paint, but once it dries, you can still see the grain of the wood, and they do have a semi-transparent color stain as well. So with that one, you can just see a little bit more of the wood through the stain. And this color that I'm using is called True Black. I've used this on a lot of different projects. Really love this color. While we're waiting for the stain to dry, Jalen's going ahead and cutting the strips for the front of the doors. And originally we thought we were going to do strips that were about half this size, so it would have been really hard to stain in between them, but we ended up doing these bigger strips, so we probably could have just waited to stain until the entire door was finished, but it was fine. We stained those strips, and then once they were dry, Jalen attached them to the front of the door. Okay, so now it's a few days later, and Jalen is going to attach the barn door hardware to the wall. That way we can hang up the doors. So I found this double barn door hardware on Wayfair for a really good price. And actually a couple of weeks ago, in one of the drawers in the house, I found a Wayfair gift card, and it still had over $100 on it. I think that I've had it for quite a few years and I just totally forgot about it. So that paid for the barn door hardware and also the handles on the doors. So that was awesome. We only had to buy the wood and the stain for these doors. was a few hiccups getting these sliders on the top of the barn doors, but they're on there now, they're level, and he is now hanging up the barn doors. And the barn door hardware also came with these little stoppers. So you attach that where you want the door to stop when you open it up. And 90% of the time, these doors will be open, even when I'm doing a voiceover, only if the baby's running around and making noise while I have to close these doors. Next step was to attach the handles, and the handles also came with a little handle for the inside of the door. So it's like a little indent that you can grab with your fingers to open and close the door from the inside. Just love how these doors turned out. Jalen did an amazing job, and there's such an awesome accent on this wall. When we stood back and looked at them from the living room, we were like, that just completely finished up this main area of the house. That was what it needed. Really cozied up the main area and is just such a great accent that blends with the rest of the house. So now it's time for the best part of the video, which is all of the before and afters. That is the end of today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and hopefully you just enjoyed this entire series, watching this room completely transform. Stay tuned because Hannah's Happy Home is going on the road, so to speak, and we're going to be doing some makeovers at other people's homes here over the next couple of months. I've got a patio makeover, a guest bedroom makeover, playroom makeover coming up, so stay tuned for all of those, and of course all of my other regular content as well. I do post once a week on Tuesdays, sometimes on Saturdays, but usually just on Tuesdays for now. So be sure that you subscribe so that you don't miss future videos, and you can also go over and follow me on Instagram. I'll have my Instagram name come up here right on the screen. It's just Hannah's Happy Home, and I will see you next week with a new video. Bye!